Are you wearing my mom's perfume? That's, Dear Tim and Moby, how do our cells take in oxygen and other stuff? From Mahmood. Cells get everything they need from their environment. The cells in your body hang out in an environment of blood, which contains oxygen, water, food, and whatever else they might need to function. How does stuff get in and out of cells? Well, cells are surrounded by protective membranes, but the membranes are selectively permeable. They let some things in and keep others out. The membranes have tiny pores in them that allow certain substances, like water and oxygen, to pass through. These substances can move through the membrane without the use of energy on the cell's part. This movement is called passive transport. The cell doesn't have to do anything to make it happen. It just sits there and lets the water, nutrients, and whatever else pass through. Now, passive transport works by diffusion. That's the natural spreading of particles through a liquid or a gas. Molecules naturally spread from high concentration areas to low concentration areas. These differences in concentration are called gradients. Substances are said to diffuse down concentration gradients. Eventually, everything gets evenly mixed and a state of equilibrium or balance is reached. If you've ever smelled flowers from across a room, you've experienced the effects of diffusion. How does diffusion relate to our cells? Okay, let's say there are more oxygen molecules outside a cell than inside. Because oxygen can pass through a cell membrane, diffusion will even out the concentration of oxygen molecules inside and outside the cell. That's how our cells get the oxygen and water they need to survive. Diffusion actually works for getting rid of substances too. As carbon dioxide builds up inside of a cell, it diffuses through the membrane and into the surrounding blood, which has a lower CO2 concentration. Healthy cells maintain a state of dynamic equilibrium. Substances are constantly diffusing across cell membranes to even out the differences. Sometimes a cell will move substances up the concentration gradient. And food particles, like glucose, are too big to get through the gaps in the cell membrane. When a cell has to use energy to move substances across its membrane, it's called active transport. But that's really a whole other subject. No, I just won't discuss it right now. Well, whatever.